Hi guys, welcome to Remote Classroom 10. We're going to learn today about a rule that we use with exponents called the product of powers rule. It's the rule we use to solve situations, problems where we're solving for the product of two exponential expressions. So I'd like you to start by trying this first expression that we have here. Expression is 3 to the first power times 3 to the second power. I want you to write it in expanded form and then write the solution. Pause the video, give yourself 1 minute to do that. Go. Welcome back. So now we're going to try to solve this together. So 3 to the first is just 3 times 3 to the second is times 3 times 3. So this is just 3 to the first power. 3 times 3 is 3 to the second power. And 3 times 3 times 3 is 3 to the third power. So the answer is 3 to the third power. We could have gotten there more quickly knowing this by just saying this is to the first power. These first two are to the second power, and all three together are to the third power. So that exponent is just the last number we came to in counting along. All right. Now I'd like you to try again on this second expression right here. Okay. Again, you're going to pause the video for 1 minute. You're going to try to solve this yourself, and then you're going to come back and start the video again, and we'll work through it together. Go. Okay, welcome back again. So we just write this out in expanded form. 4 to the second power is 4 times 4. Times 4 to the third power is 4 times 4 times 4. So we put those together. We say this is to the first power, the second power, the third power, the fourth power, the fifth power. So this is 4 to the fifth power. Now let's write those two results. 3 to the first power times 3 to the second power equals 3 to the third power. And 4 to the second power times 4 to the third power equals 4 to the fifth power. What pattern do you see in those two answers above? Think about it for 30 seconds, pause the video, and then come back. Okay, the pattern I see here is that 1 plus 2 equals 3. And the exponents here, 2 plus 3 equals 5. So what's happening here is that the product, the exponent of the product, is just the sum of the first two exponents. So write in here the product is, I'm sorry, let me write that slightly differently. Write this with me. The exponent of the product, that's the result, is the sum of the exponents of the factors. Those are the two things that are multiplied together. All right? So let's try it on one more. So evaluate this expression. Again, I want you to take 1 minute, try to solve this yourself, pause the video, and then come back to the video. Okay, great. Do the math. Welcome back. So that didn't work so well for me because I went and I wrote, okay, 3 times 3 is 3 squared, and then 5 to the fourth power is times 5 times 5 times 5 times 5. Okay, so I know this is 3 to the first power, and I know that these two together are 3 to the second power. But once I got here, I wasn't sure I could actually do anything. And I can't. And the reason we can't do anything is because since the base numbers are different, you're now multiplying a different number by itself. So we learned something new that we need to put into, that we need to factor into our product of powers rule, which is that the product of powers rule only works when base numbers are the same. All right, so what this means is, let's write this as a general rule both in words and then as an algebraic expression. So let's start with the words. Start this differently. When multiplying exponential expressions with the same base number, the exponent of the product is the sum of the exponents of the factors. And to write that in a more general algebraic form, any number x raised to the m power times that same x raised to the n power equals x to the m plus n power. And that is the product of powers rule. One last problem we want to solve, just because sometimes the problems will be in a different format. Here's a problem that says 5 to the second power times 5 to the x power equals 5 to the eighth power. So here we're solving for one of the exponent of one of the factors, not the exponent of the product. But we can use the same rules. We can say, okay, 5 to the second times 5 to the x equals 5 to the eighth power. Well, we know with this rule, all we have to focus on is the exponents. And we know that when they're added together, they're going to equal this. So we can just change this into 2 plus x equals 8. And then we can use an inverse operation, minus 2 equals minus 2. Now we've got x equals 6. And that means 5 to the second power times 5 to the sixth power, since x equals 6, equals 5 to the eighth power. And that makes sense because 2 plus 6 equals 8. All right? Use, in particular, I would go back and make sure you have this in front of you as you're trying to solve the problems. Good luck. And don't forget, if you have any trouble, call one of your math teachers. We're happy to help. Good luck.